Good morning. This is a significant day. It's the 25th of May 2021. I'm finally setting off on the Southwest Coast Path. Major undertaking. 7 weeks at least, if it goes to plan. Just left Gabby, she's kindly driven me to Minehead. Slightly emotional, both of us. But I'm here after about 3 years of planning. Packs loaded up to the hilt. I'm about to leave lovely Minehead. So I'm sure there'll be lots of thrills and spills. The weather's not too bad today. It's going to rain a little bit later, but on the whole the weather's due to improve now after a very wet spring. So I will tune in at regular intervals and keep you informed of my progress, and in the meantime enjoy the music. Speak to you soon. Climb number 1 of many, hundreds and hundreds of climbs. So if I'm going to turn back, I should do it now. Follow the acorn. Okay, these are the maps I'm using. There are 5 maps covering about 130 miles each. This one covers Somerset, Minehead all the way down to Bude, just at the start of the Cornwall stretch. So, well, I've successfully negotiated the first climb. I'm just on a slightly more level track now, which is nice. Don't know whether I mentioned that this is a long walk. This is the first morning. 630 miles along the coastline of the Somerset, Devon, Cornwall and Dorset. Why would anybody want to do that? It's a good question. I'm already asking myself that. Now, there's a number of great reasons to do it. Not least, this is a stunning part of the country, most beautiful part of the country in many people's opinion, and it's just a ribbon of amazing vistas and scenery. Subject to the weather, of course. It can also be a bit wild and crazy, no doubt. But yeah, going to enjoy 7 weeks of stunning scenery, hopefully. For me, there's a couple of other reasons. I like walking. I like long distance walking. I like challenges, and this one is the ultimate walking challenge, I'd say. It's not just the length, it's the terrain. It's not long walking along promenades like coming out of Minehead just now. It's cliffs all the way, ascents and descents. Very, very rough walk. Toughest walk in the UK probably. And the day after day slog, just going to take its toll on the body. And yeah, it's an ultimate challenge in the UK, this walk. So hopefully that will give me a great sense of achievement, which is also important to me. Last 2 or 3 years have not been particularly successful for me in many respects. We've moved house now and we're in a much happier place. but to some extent we needed to move house because of the stress being caused to both of us over in Northampton. So that is one thing ticked off. But I just want to feel like I've achieved something. Achieved something difficult. Not for anybody else, not to boast about, just so that I can feel a little bit better about myself. 56 now. There's probably not many years left where I could do this. Plus, you know, Gabby's not getting any healthier, I should say. So I feel as though the time is right to do this and get it done and relax a little bit. So having retired, I've also got the time to take 7 weeks away. I'm sorry Gabby, sorry Amy, but I just feel as though I needed to do this for myself. So let's hope I can get to the end of today and then the other 49 days as well, because I'm determined to do this. Not very fit. Hopefully the walk will get me fit. I'm doing it the hard way, carrying a massive pack. So that's the plan. I will speak to you many times. Speak to you soon. So this is the start of the walk, Minehead, and hugs the coast a little bit. I'm probably about here at the moment. Oops, sorry, about here. And then it goes over Selworthy Beacon. Over the page, this is the Bristol Channel, you can see Wales. There's an alternative, but I'm not taking that. And then it drops down to the coast at Porlock Bay. And then I'm going to walk across the wasteland there. And then head back to Porlock to camp. So it's about 9 miles today. It's quite an easy day, relatively straightforward introduction, but there is like a decent climb and a decent descent. So yeah, that will be day one. Just should warm me up for a couple of really difficult days the next 2 days. So
does it take to be happy? How many times do you have to feel lonely before you get the chance to meet someone, before you get to meet someone like you? How many songs can you write about heartbreak? How to go when you're fed up with mistakes? Maybe I just found the answers. Maybe I just found the answers in you. Come give me all your love. I want you to know we can make it together. Let the wind blow. All we need is each other. Come take my hand, you're all that I have now. I won't let you go.
First 3 days of this walk are across the coastline where Exmoor reaches the Bristol Channel, and it's there's some steep climbs, some high cliff tops, some of the highest in the UK, but because it's Exmoor you also get this. Exmoor ponies. Not sure how wild they are. It's not something you see every day. Alright, little one. Enjoying the grass. Starting to head downhill now into Porlock Bay, which I'm quite pleased about because coming over Selworthy Beacon, a bit exposed. I'm still here in short sleeves like a wally, and the wind's from the northwest and there's definitely a cold edge to it, so I'll be glad to lose some height. Hopefully get something to eat as well, because I'm getting a bit peckish now. But there is some weather on its way, you see, so I'm trying to get as far as I can before it rains. Past halfway now, so that's good. Speak to you soon. This is Hurlstone. It's an old lookout for the Coast Guard. And what a view. It's a shame the weather hasn't treated us better. Good morning. Welcome to day 2 of this epic journey. Just summarising yesterday, pretty easy day compared to what's ahead. Got a bit damp in the afternoon, only pitched the tent about 6:30 because I was waiting for the rain to stop. And then I nipped to the pub, had an average pizza and a couple of pints of Thatcher's Gold. So today is it's about a 13 mile, maybe 14 miles, because I'm about a mile off route here. So and it's from Porlock Weir to Lynmouth, the lovely little coastal village of Lynmouth. Then I've got to get to a campsite which is about 3/4 of a mile away. So today's significantly tougher than yesterday. The weather looked good. Just waiting for my tent to dry from the overnight condensation, and it looked lovely this morning. I've been up since about 6, but it's clouded over now, so we'll have to see. Either way, it is what it is. I've got 13-14 miles to walk, and I better get moving, so I'm going to get the tent down now, pack it away as it is, and get cracking. So fingers crossed for a good day. Speak to you soon. Okay, I'm back on the path, just nearly a mile. This is where I left it yesterday. It's very muddy, not surprising really. So I've got about half a mile to Porlock Weir, and that is effectively the end of day 1, if that makes any sense. Oh goodness, this is disgusting. Oh, God's sake. I nearly swore then on camera. But I'm just going to tune in a minute. I've got to get past this really muddy section. Okay, 3rd time lucky. That quagmire's courtesy of the wettest May for many years. Been a really cold spring. This is supposed to be one of the nice days. So hopefully it'll start to improve. Start to feel a bit of spring and summer. yeah, there's 5 other people. There's a couple from Edinburgh, Neil and Jenny. They're alright. Strong walkers though, I'll say that much. There's a lovely old girl called Jessie. She's in her 60s. She's a retired child psychologist, so might get a bit of free psychiatry. A psychiatrist, not a psychologist, psychiatrist. There's a guy with a dog. He looks a very strong bloke. He's a lovely dog, but he's a bit of a knob. There's another woman in a tent who I didn't see. I just got told about her this morning. She was still in her tent when I left, and apparently she's been walking a week already. So, as if this walk isn't tough enough, she's come from Bristol apparently. So she's added another week on just for the fun of it. But anyway, they're the people so far. I don't expect to see many of them very often because everybody's on different itineraries, staying at different places. The couple and the psychiatrist are staying in B&Bs as well as camping. The old girl's having her stuff forwarded every day, so she's only carrying a little day pack, but still fair play to her. She's about 65 and she's camping from time to time, so well done. The other thing is, the Southwest Coast Path is a bit of a mouthful, so I'm going to refer to it in another way. I'm going to personify her, if that's the correct term, and the walk is going to be called Gloria. Gloria is a beautiful woman, infuriating, moody, but can light up your life and also crush you. So it seemed appropriate. So from now on, go with me. I'm going to refer to the walk as Gloria. So this is the thing it does to you already. After just one day you start to do crazy things.
Take me away. I'm okay if I got you. We don't have to stay. We can do what we want to. Just give a little bit of your heart. Give a little bit of your heart to me. All the scars start to heal when I'm with you, and I can't explain how I feel. When I'm with you, just give a little bit of your heart. Give a little bit of your heart to me. Just come give me all your love. I want you to know we can make it together. Let the wind blow. All we need is each other. Come take my hand. You're all that I have now. I won't let you go, 'cause I found all the answers in you. Take me away. I'm okay if I got you. We don't have to stay. We can do what we want to. Baby, I just found the answers. Baby, I just found the answers in you.
There comes a time when I won't belong on these streets, in these crowds, in this room, in your eyes, and you'll no longer know whether to stay or to go. Take me or leave me, rusty and bleeding, a robot on the floor. Will hours will be hours? I'll slip right through your hand. Doesn't matter what you wish for, doesn't matter how intense. And all those shiny people who wanted to impress, well, they're all watching now, so walk out the door.
Just stopped for a pit stop, had my sandwiches and a drink and some chocolate. Sun's shining. I'm just about on halfway of today's walk, and yeah, Gloria's been pretty kind so far today. The weather's excellent, not too hot but sunny. The terrain's okay, there's a lot of climbing on it, a lot of ups and downs. I've got some more climbing to do in a moment. And the only other thing really is the paths are very, very muddy, because a lot of it has been in woodland. It doesn't sort of get the sun on it as much as open areas, so the mud tends to stick around. You can't see the mud for the trees today, so my poor merrills are really dirty and muddy. But what Gloria has presented today is 4 gorgeous waterfalls. The one thing about the rain is it creates lovely waterfalls, and some of them have been tricky to negotiate, as you might have seen, but yeah, lovely little jewels.
I did a lot of bad things, and never did I give in. Just 'cause the thought of being vulnerable made me feel less than I am. I have never felt home till you entered my door, and from that moment I knew that a home is whatever you choose. That's the thing about you. The best thing I did, and I want you to know,
Just walked from the campsite into Linton. Absolutely glorious morning. I mean, it's not hot. It was a cold, damp night in the tent. Lots of condensation again. I was up at 5 o'clock, slowly trying to pack away, waiting for the sun to come up over the hillsides to dry the tent, but it didn't happen, unfortunately. So, but I'm on my way. I've just walked up here with Jason, who's the guy with the dog, and I couldn't even keep up with him. He's gone on now. I went and got a drink, so I'm glad I won't be walking with him anymore, but the dog's lovely. So yeah, today we've got probably the toughest day through Exmoor. It's about 15-16 miles. I'm going on to Watergate Bay, I think, or Watergate Cove, which is beyond Combe Martin. But highest point on the walk today, Great Hangman, it's about 1100 feet, just under. So really tough day ahead. This will be the toughest of the 3 through Exmoor, and back is very sore carrying this pack. Stiff as a board this morning, but hopefully I'll walk that off. There's a big lorry here now if you can't hear me, so I'll tune in again soon. Speak to you soon.
Everything that's me and you, there isn't anything else that I wish I had done to be true. Yeah, that's the thing about you. The best thing I did, and I want you to know, was letting you in from that moment. I knew that you were all I missed. Baby, it took just one kiss. 'Cause here in your arms I can finally let go. The rest of the world is outside when you make sure I'm all you've missed. Baby, it takes just one kiss.
Okay, I'm on the cliffside pathway here that goes to the Valley of the Rocks. Yeah, it's a wonderful start to today, and the weather is truly glorious again. I think it's going to be a long hot day. I've got a problem with my GPS watch today. It's didn't take any charge overnight. My charging bank has got 2 ports, but it seems that if both ports are in use, neither get charged. So my phone and my watch didn't get charged last night, so I'm going to try and get some charge into it as I go along today. Every time I have 5 minutes I'll plug it in, but it's not the end of the world. At least the batteries for the camera are charged, so all good in that respect. You don't get rid of me that easily. Speak to you soon.
The best thing I did, and I want you to know, was letting you in from that moment. I knew that you were all I...
So at the moment, Gloria is behaving beautifully in the day. She's an absolute sweetheart. But at night, her mood usually changes. Because the last 2 nights have been cold and wet and damp. So, come on Gloria, sort yourself out, get the temperature up so that I can have a couple of good nights sleep. She is a one. Well, that's an interesting signpost, even if it is totally useless. There you go. I guess it's a north, south, east and west kind of signpost. Wow, that's Woody Bay and the coastline from Porlock. You can actually see Hurlstone, that building that I went into on the first day. See if you can see it. Right on the end. One of the last decisions I made before I set off was to change my sun hat for a rain hat because the forecast changed very late on and there was some rain possible over the first couple of days. Well, we did get a bit of rain, but I didn't wear the sun hat. In retrospect, that's proving like a poor decision to say the least. Been tough today. Seems to have been all up, but obviously there must have been some downs as well. But we're heading for Head and Mouth now, which is a very steep valley that goes down to sea level, immediately followed by a very steep climb. In fact, I think it's the steepest valley descent and ascent in Devon. So there you go. But what a view, what a view. Speak to you soon. It's not Hurlstone, that's Fallen Point. There's a lighthouse on it that's flashing at the moment. So I just thought I'd clarify that.
Baby, it took just one kiss. 'Cause here in your arms I can finally let go. The rest of the world is outside when you made sure I'm all you missed. Baby, it took just one kiss.
So this is Head and Mouth. Really steep descent and a really steep climb up to the top there. We're seeing Gloria today, dialed up to 10. The scenery is absolutely amazing. The weather is just, I hope you can see it, it's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful and really still. Just a lovely, lovely day. But the walking is as tough as it gets. So we're getting it with both barrels. Stunning, but tough. 4,500 feet plus of ascent and descent today. That's one of the biggest on the whole walk. 16 miles. It's just a beast of a day. Be glad to get it over with, but don't know what damage we're doing because I've put wet socks on today, which was, in retrospect, probably not a good idea. So I'm thinking of changing them now because my feet are rubbing like buggery. Okay, but there you go. Absolutely loving it all the same. Just about to tackle the hardest climb of the walk so far, up out of Head and Mouth, which is virtually at sea level. It's very hot again now, so good in some respects, but not so good when you're facing a really steep climb. But I knew what I was getting myself into. This is Gloria. She's unpredictable.
Sailors passing on the street, are you ready for peace? Ships are filling up fast, are you ready for ease? Forget bad memories and leave those hurting knees behind.
That's the first view of Great Hangman, and I have to say, after a lot of climbing, it still looks a lot higher than where I am now, so the work isn't done yet. Speak to you soon.
Birds are filling up the sky, are you willing to try? Sing along as they howl and be fulfilled. Many more will come, many more under the sun. Pack your finest suit. We will keep it steady. We will be the confetti. If we fail, we just reboot. Grass is greener on this side. Are you ready for new?
If I do this walk, and after today, there's major doubts about that, this will be the highest point in the whole walk. It's just over 1,000 feet, I think about 1,030 feet. But my climb hasn't been helped by the fact that I filled some water up at the stream with my filter, Grail filter, and I slurped a full ½ litre before I set off on this incredibly steep climb, which has just about done me in. But after about 150 yards I completely threw up. So I don't know whether there's something in the stream that hasn't been filtered, or whether it was just because I'm pretty exhausted now. But I feel absolutely rotten at the moment, so just got to trundle down and then a bit further on to the campsite. So I've run out of water apart from a bottle of filtered water, and I'm a bit reluctant to drink that. So yeah, I remember this day being very, very hard last time, and I thought it'd be a bit easier, and it was going all right until that last climb, and then I've just really hit the wall. So I really don't feel very well, but we'll crack on.
New beginnings, new